Hello everybody, I am going to show you how to make raw chocolate. Now it is so easy to make and this is great to store in your refrigerator afterwards or even in the freezer. So what I've done is I've created sort of a double boiler system here. So this is just a pot with a little bit of water in the bottom, as you can see, and I have it boiling, but then I put it down to medium heat while I've been melting my cacao butter. So the recipe calls for 1/3 cup of melted cacao butter, and this is what cacao butter looks like. It's basically from the cacao bean. You basically take out the fat, and then this is the fiber, so the cacao powder. And now when we make raw chocolate, we're going to basically reincorporate the two together and get lovely divine chocolates. So when you melt down about 1/3 cup, you basically want to fill your 1/3 cup to be heaping of the pellets. You can also get a block of the cacao butter, but I find the pellets melt down nicely. So just fill this a little bit more heaping, put it in your double boiler thing and get it melted down. As you can see, it's become a liquid. Then we have our cacao powder, and I actually sifted it. You don't have to sift it, but it's recommended because it gets a nice smoother consistency, so you're not chopping through any chunks of chocolate. So what we're going to do is just add this melted cacao butter, and I'm going to measure it out. And I've doubled the batch, so I want 2 of these, 2/3 of a cup. And I did it perfectly, perfect amount, into the raw chocolate powder, easy peasy. And then you actually can use agave syrup, or I'm using a little bit of maple syrup, and I always use a little bit less when I use maple syrup, just because it's a sweeter. And then just a little bit of vanilla. It's supposed to be 1/4 teaspoon, but we are doubling, so we'll do 2 of those. And then a pinch of sea salt, and the sea salt brings out the sweetness. So just a pinch is like, literally grab it, pinch, pinch, that's our 2 teaspoons. Good. And we're gonna stir it up. Now the fun thing about raw chocolate, see, you can already see how lovely it's gonna come together, is that you can do so much with it. You can just make it just as is. You can pour it right into the molds and that's it. Or what I love to do is make fillings. So you can make a filling with raw almond butter and a little bit of agave and sea salt, and that makes a nice sort of Reese's peanut butter cup filling. And then what you do in your pan is you would start by filling just a little bit at the bottom of your chocolate, and then put it in the fridge and let it set. And then when it comes back out, you can put a filling with either coconut oil and some more raw chocolate and agave, so it's sort of like a truffle filling. Or I love, like I said, the almond butter mixture. Any kind of filling you want. You can add pecans or nuts and seeds, anything. And then you would pour some more of the raw liquid chocolate on top and put that in the fridge again, and it would set into some lovely little chocolates. So if you find that your chocolate starts to solidify on you, mine's not yet, of course, and you're still working with it or still pouring it in the molds, you can basically just keep this back onto your double boiler and keep it warm and keep it at a good consistency. But that's essentially what it should look like. Nice and smooth, liquid, no chunks. And then we're just going to pour it into our molds, and we're going to have some lovely raw chocolate. Let's taste it. Yeah, it's good chocolate. Enjoy, give it a try. It's so easy.